the community in which it is in. Because the masjid itself is hardly an asset to the people who go to it. It's considered a place of blessings. That's the way Muslims were brought up. It's not considered a place to be for growth and development, economic growth, political growth, social growth, intellectual growth. It's not considered a masjid. You don't go to masjid for that. You go to masjid when you want to get blessings. So I said, these people are right. Because the average Muslim operates as if he's living in a different country. His masjid is a different satellite. And none of this is from the Qur'an. This is our cultural values. So brothers and sisters, we have a big responsibility. Especially that we come from different areas. Because of work convenience, we are here. It's always a pleasure to see you and to know you. Perhaps you are all good and outstanding students of the Qur'an. I am no one to judge that. But please let us not be less than that. Because when we fail our families. We fail our neighborhoods. We fail our relatives. This deen of Allah is not a deen where blessings come through the roof. Blessings mean growth, prosperity, enhancement, empowerment and development. That's the meaning of barakah. To get that, you don't sit down in a corner and wish for it. You have to sweat for it. You have to toil for it. You have to make changes for it. And that is why Allah wants us to do what? To reject taghut. To reject human gods. To reject human gods. And to accept that there is only one Ilah who alone gave His message in every time to all of His apostles and messengers. These messengers did not share in the Godhood with God. They were in no way equal to God. They didn't know exactly like God. They could not on their own manufacture a revelation. They had to wait. If you study the Qur'an, this beloved Prophet had to wait. Many challenges the non-Muslims put to him. And he said, Subhana Rabbi, Hal kuntu illa bashara rasula? Am I anything more than a human messenger? We need to read the Qur'an. Otherwise, people will put rings in our nose and pull us as they pull the buffaloes and cows and camels and goats and everything in society. Please do that for yourself. It will enrich society if we all do it. I asked for life for myself and for you. And we know what it takes to revive ourselves if we were brought up eating the wrong foods. We know what it takes if we were brought up in the wrong social groups. We know what it takes if we were brought up to court ignorance. We know what it takes if we want to make our lives lofty and sublime, where we will become assets to people and not just be numbers or liabilities. Fastaghfirullah. Inna Allah ghafur rahim. In conclusion, Allah is the wali. Allah is the only hope to take me and you and anyone out from all manner of dhulumat, darkness and depression and oppression. If we follow taghut, the opposite will happen to us. We'll keep going in darkness more and more. We'll keep being depressed more and more. We'll keep being hopeless and helpless more and more. And you want to see this? Look at the Muslim world. Nothing is more glaring than this. You know the Muslim countries. I don't want to keep calling them. But you can look at them and you have to really consider yourself fortunate not to be living here. But I learned one thing. People in my country used to tell me, and I will share this for you, whatever it's worth. Some people allow you to take them out of the gutters, but many people do not allow the gutters to be taken out of them. So that is something we need to be so cautious and careful about. While we live in lands and in countries with lots of ease, where food, clothing and shelter and an amenities to really develop the mind are present, unless we make efforts to distance ourselves from those ideas and those perceptions and those values that brought down the lofty human creation of Allah, human beings, we may be living in developed countries with all the ease and luxuries, but inside here we will still be nurturing those ideas of our countrymen and countrywomen back home that are the reason for the hell of a life that they are living. I leave this with myself and you, knowing that life is not a joke, that life is not a sport, that life is not a fun, that we all need to make a change so we can help our own people. And we can only do that if we become proactive and involved in the things we accept and the things we do. We ask Allah to bless all of His messengers and to keep their memory alive for us, that as we discover the message that they brought, His message, that we too can gain life, new life. We can be revived, we can be energized, we can evolve, we can be enhanced, and we can be empowered. We don't have to live in the stench of stagnation that is so much part of many human communities. Let us turn in salah, because inna salata tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. Because salah prevents us from remaining in a state of fahsha. And fahsha doesn't mean obscenity only. It means anything outside of divine guidance, going in a way opposite to the divine guided way. And munkar means to consider what is definite, what is important, what is significant, as of no value. As of no value. And that is something we need to understand. We need to become smart, to know the things that really have value, and the things that we should not put a value to. This only comes when there is an intelligent mind ticking and pulsating. As-salam.